Alright, ladies and gentlemen, to close out the first hour of tonight's Rage, our first tag team match of the evening, as Mad Dog X and the Black Sinister, the X-Klan, get set to face Tito Santana and Rick Martel, Strike Force.
The following tag team match is set for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. First, accompanied by a WL No Rules Champion Magic, at a combined weight of 446 pounds, from Newark, New Jersey, and over 400 years of oppression, Mad Dog X and the Black Sinister. They are the X-Klan.
These guys, X and Sin, former multi-time tag team champions in RWO, they haven't been able to buy a win for a while. It's tough. I'm gonna have to see how they do tonight against Tito Santana and Rick Martel.
But their dry spell can be attributed more to bad luck. There certainly isn't a lack of skill. If you've ever seen the X-Klan perform as you will tonight, they are an amazing pair of cruiserweights.
At a combined weight of 463 pounds, Rick the Model Martel and Tito Santana, Strike Force.
Rick Martel coming off a singles win at Snarl and accompanied by Tito Santana, former Mid-South champion. And these two, what a tag team Strike Force is. The combined skills of Rick Martel and Tito Santana have won many a match.
Santana and Martel are one of those teams that totally clicks as a unit. The kind of tag team partners that could finish each other's sentences. They're that dialed in. And when you've got your thing that coordinated, you become a hard-to-beat team. And that doesn't look good to the X-Klan.
Still, they've got the No Rules champion, the icon, the legend, Magic at ringside. And well, if he's the No Rules champion, I guess that could kind of tell you what to expect.
Quite true, Myron. You would have to have the IQ of a meat thermometer to think Magic isn't going to intercede on their behalf. All right, the teams have chosen up sides. It'll be the Black Sinister and Tito Santana initiating contact in this tag team matchup to close out the first hour. Willie Johnson sounds the bell. They come center ring. Sinister catches an elbow to the leg from Santana. Santana pushing Sinister up against the ropes. Willie Johnson gets in to break up the clinch. Sinister locks up with Santana. Santana goes behind, rear waist lock, takes him down to the mat, and straight into a headlock. Follows that up with a punch to the head. Santana countered by Black Sinister. Sinister misses with the dropkick. Looks an arm drag instead. Catches a kick from Tito Santana. Santana locks up with Sinister. Sinister shoves him towards the corner. A clothesline attempt, but winds up draped on the middle rope. Tito Santana rebounds off the opposing side, and here we go. A splash right to the back of the Black Sinister. As the Icon Magic, the No Rules champion, looks on. Sinister counters. Gets a hold of Tito Santana. Whips him to his team's corner. Santana counters and escapes the corner. Counter whips the Black Sinister to his team's corner. And it looks like we're going to have a little tennis match here. Sinister with a hard right to the head. Escorting Tito Santana back to the X-Klan corner, but Tito Santana opting not to go with a couple of elbows to the gut. Gets a hold of Sinister. Suplexes him. Sinister rounded up by Tito Santana. Whipped to his team's corner. Martel with a cheap shot. Sinister once again whipped to his own team's corner. And look at a blind tag as Mad Dog X decides he's had enough. Here comes the model Rick Martel. A little strategy being played out between the two teams. Martel shoves Mad Dog X down. A clothesline takes him down and makes sure he stays there. The Black Sinister catching it from Martel. There's a clothesline. Mad Dog X misses with his move. Martel escorting Mad Dog X towards his team's corner. A kick to the back from Rick Martel. Martel counters. Mad Dog X steps out of the way deftly. So does Rick Martel. Rick Martel, one more time, trying to take Mad Dog X to his team's corner. But a set of elbows to the midsection says, no, you don't. Mad Dog X whips Rick Martel to the X-Klan corner, tries for the splash, but Martel quickly out of the way. A hard right from Mad Dog X. A dropkick takes Martel down to the mat. Mad Dog X whips Martel to the corner again. Martel quickly stepping out of the way. He knows that corner is a dangerous place. Whip to the corner again, but this time caught a full forearm right to the face. Mad Dog X dragging Martel center. A stomp to the shoulder. Martel gathered up again. Mad Dog X whips him to the X-Klan corner. Here's a tag to the Black Sinister. A double team from the X-Klan. Drop toe hold and an elbow across the back as Black Sinister takes over for his team. Quick hot tag to Tito Santana. Watch out here. Clothesline. Down goes Sinister. Sinister counters. Look at this beautiful tilt-a-whirl. Nicely done by the Black Sinister. A forearm puts Tito Santana against the ropes. Sinister whips him to the ropes. Santana quickly out of the way, but whoa, a Hurricane Rana out of absolutely no place. The Black Sinister countered, whipped over the rope and onto the apron. Counters with a right. Leaps over the top rope, gets back inside. Santana whips him to the far right corner. The Black Sinister rolled out towards center as Tito Santana makes his way to the middle rope. He's got that fist cocked, and here we go. Boom! Right across the top of the forehead as Rick Martel resumes his position at his corner. The Black Sinister counters Santana with a forearm. Misses with his dropkick. Tito Santana rounds up the Black Sinister. Whips him to his team's corner. Sinister counters with a kick to the face. Gets himself out of danger there. Santana in the X-Klan corner, being held by Mad Dog X. As Sinister drives a knee into the midsection, Santana counters the kick, jumping neckbreaker. Takes Sinister down to the mat. A forearm from Santana, a right from Santana. Santana gets a hold of him, nice suplex from Tito Santana. The Black Sinister rounded up, whipped to the opposing team's corner, and uh-oh, here we go. It's boot party time, and Tito Santana particularly enjoying himself a blind tag from Rick Martel as he takes his turn. A whole lot of boot prints on the chest and stomach of the Black Sinister after this one's done. Santana takes his turn again, and here we go with the big finish, the drop kick, and out to the center of the ring rolls the Black Sinister. Rick Martel covers, one, but Mad Dog X breaks up the pin. Rick Martel trying to take a shot at Mad Dog X, but no good. He turns his attention back to the Black Sinister. Rounds him back up. Sinister counters with a forearm. Then with another Hurricane Run into Rick Martel. The Black Sinister showing off those X-Klan skills. The X-Klan, veterans in this field, many times over tag team champions. And they've been getting a raw deal for a long time. Martel countered by the Black Sinister with a shot to the midsection. Martel whipped to the X-Klan corner, delivers an elbow and gets out quickly. A hard shot to the midsection. Sinister rounded up by Martel, scoop slam just about center ring. Followed up with a stomp to the face. Rick Martel countered into a dragon screw as the Black Sinister tags in Mad Dog X. Both teams working extremely efficiently. Mad Dog X gets a hold of Martel, whips him to the far corner. Whoa, Martel, an expert at getting out of those corners, I'll tell you what. Mad Dog X whips his opposing team's corner, counters with a kick, gets his way out, gets a hold of Rick Martel, whips him over the top rope, out onto the floor. Rick Martel is laid out. The Black Sinister taking his leisure here. On second thought, maybe not. He has just gone outside after the model Rick Martel. Martel whips him into the barricade. Drives him head first into the barricade. Mad Dog X counters with a shot to the midsection to Martel. Martel counters the kick. Uh-oh, here we go. Turns it. Whoa. Double axe handle. Mad Dog X grabbed up by Rick Martel. Head first into the apron. A throat chop from Martel. Mad Dog X counters with a hard shot to the midsection. A fireman's carry from Rick Martel. Martel gathers him up. Mad Dog X catches a drop kick from Rick the Model Martel. Martel rounds up Mad Dog X. Mad Dog X countering with an arm drag. Martel counters with an elbow to the leg. Rounds up Mad Dog X. Another scoop slam to the outside as the referee continues to count. Martel driving Mad Dog X into the ring steps. Martel gathers up X, but X counters with a kick. Gets a hold of Martel, drives him into the ring steps in retaliation. Mad Dog X again driving Martel into those ring steps as the referee continues to count, and they're running out of time. Martel back up on his feet. Countered by Mad Dog X with another hard shot to the gut. Martel with a parting shot before they make their way back inside the ring. An elbow to the top of the head from Rick Martel. Another. Mad Dog X catches a third elbow to the skull. Counters with a fireman's carry. They lock up, they tussle. Martel shoves him back. A hard shot to the midsection. Oh, man, Mad Dog X whipped to the rope. There's an arm drag, and Willie Johnson just caught a little bit of hell here. Mad Dog X out and back in again. Countered by Rick Martel. Martel with the suplex. And Rick Martel has certainly been through it so far, but this match just about halfway through. Rick the Model Martel with Mad Dog X center ring, slams his head down to the mat. Debating whether or not he's going to tag. I don't know if he's going to or not. Tito Santana holding out his hand in anticipation of the tag. But no, Martel going back to work on Mad Dog X. Whips him to the corner. Mad Dog X counters. Martel counters. The Black Sinister being held back by referee Willie Johnson. Martel staring daggers right into the eyes of Mad Dog X. Why doesn't he do something? He's wasting time. Rick Martel waiting for Mad Dog X to make a move. He does. And uh-oh, here we go. Martel losing out by delay. Another escape from the corner by Rick Martel. Absolutely amazing. Another hard shot to the gut. Mad Dog X with a beautiful tilt-a-whirl and into an armbar on Rick Martel. Trying to crawl to some ropes that aren't even there. He's making his way center ring. Mad Dog X releases the hold, and oh, what have we got here? What's happening here? Magic in the ring, joining the X-Klan here and setting up Rick Martel for a triple powerbomb. We have seen this in recent weeks, and whoa, man! Rick Martel catching all of that triple powerbomb. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One. And Tito Santana breaking up the pin. I can't believe Magic hasn't been ejected by the referee. Tito Santana with an arm drag on Black Sinister. Mad Dog X turning his attention back to Rick the Model Martel. Martel counters with an elbow, backs off Mad Dog X. Gets a hold of him, has him up. Running power slam, and here's a cover and a hook in the leg again, but too close to the ropes. He's going to have to start from zero. Rick the Model Martel misses with the kick. Mad Dog X catches the kick to the back of the leg. Martel tried for the suplex, but Mad Dog X with a big surprise and a DDT for Rick the Model Martel. And Mad Dog X enjoying some support from the fans here. Martel catches two clotheslines, a rebound off the rope, and a heel kick that takes Martel down to the canvas and busts him open for good measure. Mad Dog X with a kick to the midsection, try for the DDT, but catches the shot to the midsection. And Martel winds up the arm, drops the leg on it. Rick the Model Martel pacing around here, gets a hold of the legs of Mad Dog X, turns him over into the Boston Crab, but Mad Dog X taking Martel down, shoves him back before he can do anything else. Mad Dog X back up on his feet. Beautiful tilt-a-whirl and back into the armbar against center ring. Again, no ropes for Martel to reach. He'll never make it. Mad Dog X yanking on that arm for all he's worth. Back up on his feet, and you have got to be kidding me. I don't believe it. Magic's going to try it again. Mad Dog X and Black Sinister setting up Martel for a second triple powerbomb. Oh, man! Unbelievable. If Magic isn't ejected by referee Willie Johnson, I'm an Eskimo. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg again. Whoa! Tito Santana breaking up the pin one more time. The Black Sinister shows him the door. Mad Dog X rallying the fans. Rick Martel laid out and bleeding. Martel with a jawbreaker on Mad Dog X. Mad Dog X counters with a hard right. Martel whips him to his team's corner. No Tito Santana to count on here. Mad Dog X catches a right to the back of the head. Martel delivers another one. Gets a hold of him. Gut wrench suplex from Rick the Model Martel. Mad Dog X in big time trouble at this point. And this match has gone on for quite a while. I do not believe Magic is still standing at ringside after 2 power bombs and 2 out-of-ring interferences from the No Rules champion. Rick Martel looks like he's setting up the submission again. Turns Mad Dog X over. Tries for the Boston Crab one more time, but gets flipped. Mad Dog X shoves him away again. Rick Martel not able to get that submission going. X with a hard whip to the corner. He rebounds out and catches a DDT. Rick Martel hands himself back up quickly. Gets a hold of Mad Dog X. Tries to escort him to his team's corner again. Insistent elbows to the midsection. Says, I'd rather not if you don't mind. Martel whips X to the corner. X counters with a kick. Turns Martel around. Whips him to the X-Klan corner. Again, Martel escapes the corner. He hasn't been caught out there too many times tonight. Mad Dog X whipped to the opposing team's corner. He delivers a kick. Nobody's going in any corners tonight. Mad Dog X again. And look at this. The Black Sinister becoming directly involved there as Martel decides to back off and turn it over to Tito Santana. Santana catches a forearm. Counters. Mad Dog X delivers a right and a flying elbow. There it is. As only Tito Santana can deliver it. He drags Mad Dog X center ring, covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Well, just a 2. Mad Dog X still in the game here. Counters with an elbow to Tito Santana. Santana backed off. And again, that beautiful tilt-a-whirl armbar. Absolutely artful on the part of the X-Klan. They are amazing. Santana escapes the armbar, gets back to a standing position here. A hard right, and another elbow right to the head of Mad Dog X. Cover, hook of the leg, 1, 2. But Mad Dog X powering out a 2. Tito Santana busted open and rallying the fans for some support here on elbow to the midsection from Mad Dog X. X gets a hold of Santana, whips him to the X-Klan corner. And here we go. A retaliatory boot party on the X-Klan side of town as Mad Dog X and Black Sinister line tagging, taking turns, delivering shot after shot to the chest and midsection of Tito Santana. And this ain't gonna end well. Here's the coup de grace. Boom! There's the drop kick. Out rolls Tito Santana to the center of the ring. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. Referee Willie Johnson making his... Oh, look at this. A beautiful... Oh, man. Black Sinister putting a quick stop to any attempt by Rick Martel to save his partner, but it didn't do any good. Sinister with a hard right to Tito Santana. Gets a hold of him, whips him to the X-Klan corner, nails him with a dropkick. Santana slowly coming out of the corner, another kick to the gut. Sinister puts him back in the corner again. Santana quickly countering, but so does the Black Sinister. Comes out, Santana nails him with a right. Sinister counters with a hard left. Gets a hold of Santana into the X-Klan corner one more time, and no escape this time as the double team is set. Stereo super kicks. Down went Tito Santana. Mad Dog X covered. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. The X-Klan defeat Strikeforce by pinfall. The fans here in Hamilton not approving of the methods of the X-Klan or the Icon Magic. I still can't believe the referee did not eject Magic. Not one, but two triple power bombs issued to the order of Rick Martel. There you see one of them. And wow, the X-Klan, well, a win is a win is a win, as Magic might tell them. But nonetheless, the X-Klan picking up a pretty impressive win over Tito Santana and Rick Martel's Strike Force. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the first hour of tonight's RWL Rage, and we'll be back right after the break with the second half. And don't you go away, because there's going to be a whole lot more action coming up.